Urgent update coming in from the Middle East. Israel isn't waiting around and initiated a first strike directly against targets inside Iran. Defense Minister Katz has officially put the entire country on emergency footing. We're talking sirens blazing in Tel Aviv just moments ago, and the alarms are ringing out across the Gulf, including sections of the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Qatar. Civilians are being told to get to bunkers immediately as everyone braces for Tehran's response. This is the scenario everyone was dreading. We are watching a regional skirmish potentially spiral into a massive conflict. There is chatter about missiles tracking toward American allies, specifically the U.A.E., Bahrain, and Qatar. The temperature is rising fast, and it is obvious Israel is locking and loading for what could be a heavy-duty military showdown. Let's cut through the noise. While some might still call this a limited conflict, we are dangerously close to the tipping point. This is exactly the nightmare scenario the Gulf states and American partners have been sweating over. The situation is getting hotter by the minute, and the whole region is holding its breath. We are getting reports of potential inbound fire targeting American military outposts, and the stakes are through the roof. Israel is taking the gloves off to defend its borders, making sure they are ready for whatever comes their way. Meanwhile, United States bases in the area are at DEFCON 1, with assets mobilizing as we speak. You want to talk about a show of force? The USS Gerald R. the biggest warship on the planet, is parked off the coast, and there is a carrier strike group led by the Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. With American fighter jets patrolling the skies, Washington is sending a loud message to deter Iran from pouring more gas on the fire. President Trump weighed in last night, emphasizing that while he always prefers a handshake deal, he knows how tough his job is under the Iranian regime. Despite trying back channels with folks like Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, and even talks in Geneva, the diplomatic road is hitting a dead end. So now, Israel is taking matters into its own hands, launching these strikes to safeguard its sovereignty. And let's be real, we know what Iran brings to the table, from ballistic missiles to stirring up trouble across the map. With the United States standing shoulder to shoulder with Israel, it is clear America is backing its ally against a hostile government. We are getting word from the Transportation Ministry that Israeli airspace is officially closed to civilian traffic. It is a necessary safety play as they prepare for incoming ballistic missiles and drone swarms. Keep in mind, those Iranian missiles can bridge the gap in just 12 minutes, and they have caused serious destruction before. But don't count Israel out, they have one of the tightest shields on Earth. Between the Iron Dome, David's sling, and the arrow system, they are built to knock these threats out of the sky before they touch down. Plus, you have American Patriot batteries deployed and waiting. This entire network is live and ready to intercept any counterattack. The bottom line is this: Israel is in survival mode, and America is right there with them. The massive buildup of United States firepower is a signal to the world that allies won't be left to fend for themselves. The entire globe is watching, and the tension is absolute. This is a rapidly moving target. As we watch the feeds, remember that today's strikes are just the latest chapter in a decades-long fight for security in a tough neighborhood. The United States is standing firm, and while we all hope cooler heads prevail, sometimes military readiness is the only way to guarantee peace. My 2 cents. I think Jerusalem had their back against the wall and had to move. They have been in the crosshairs for too long, and we know that when they hit back, they don't play games. American support is solid, and as much as we pray for a quiet night, we have to face the hard truth that strength is the only language some regimes understand. Let's hope it doesn't get worse, but we need to stay sharp.